Super Bowl champion.
The Green Bay Packers have won the Super Bowl.
The Packers' all-time leading scorer.
A game winner for Mason Crosby.
It's time for the Mason Crosby Show with Mitch Nellis, presented by Verizon, the official 5G network of the Green Bay Packers, on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook, and on the free Odyssey app.
And high noon, baby. Let's go. This is a Thursday, December 4th. It is the Mason Crosby Show. I'm Mitch Nellis, a.k.a. Thunder. And if I have too much energy for you, find less. My name's Mitch Nellis. He's Tommy Wirtz. And the kicker is here, Mason C. Crosby.
Oh, that's a new one, Mitch.
Yeah.
And, Tommy and I already ripped our salts. It is Thursday. It is Bears week. I am juiced. A great game on tonight. I'm just saying, it's like Cowboys-Lions tonight. I know you had a prediction, right? Like whoever wins that game or whoever loses that game, it will not make the playoffs.
Loser leaves town.
Yeah,
They're
I
gone.
believe – I don't think that the winner for sure makes the playoffs, but I think the loser gets eliminated tonight.
I love it.
What up, Detroit? Because I think Dallas is coming in. Yeah, early spoiler.
I'd pick the Cowboys in that one.
Are we both picking the Cowboys
Yeah.
already? We're
Oh,
jumping ahead on picks.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shut.
No, I'm okay with it.
Wait.
I think the Cowboys are hot. I think the Lions are a mess. I think the Cowboys go in there and shock the world again like they did to Philly. And I'm excited for it. I'm here for it. I'm here for all the Lions' tears.
It's a good, but I'm not sure your the Thunder under is going to go. The Thunder is going to go tonight.
Though it is a high number. Like it is 53.5.
Oh, they put a big one up there. But
I agree. I'm not giving
this
out
could be
the
a
Thunder.
35-30 type game.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so Mason Crosby is in the house. Bucks win last night, 113-109. Giannis gets hurt 3 minutes into a game after setting the internet and the talk shows on fire yesterday because Shams the idiot Charnia, whatever his name is, again, the sham of all NBA reporters, comes out with more bullcrap reporting. Not that it wasn't true, but that there's nothing to it.
Didn't Doc Rivers like we haven't had these conversations? Like, chill out.
No trade has been requested. Was there a request for a meeting? Sure.
Yeah,
of course.
Like, what are we doing? Are we throwing in the towel this season, or are we going to go chase something?
Yeah.
Like, are we making any moves? Because trade deadline is coming up, right? Or it was.
That's a while. It's
February.
So
it's coming up in a little while. But so like they need to decide: is this season over, or are they going to try to make a push and go and get in the playoffs and see what we're going to do? So conversations. I feel like, especially in the NBA with top players like that, have to be ongoing all the time.
Absolutely.
To just see what is happening.
So we'll talk about that for a little bit, but it is Packers Bears week. It's exciting. It's here. The Bears are in first place. Yes, I didn't misspeak. I didn't err in my speech. Man, if you listened to 670 The Score and the confidence and bravado they have, you would have thought the Bears have already won the Super Bowl and are Super Bowl, like, defending the Super Bowl. Tommy, what is wrong with these freaking knuckleheads in Chicago?
I don't know. I feel like I'd probably have similar energy if I beat the Eagles, right? I mean, like that's a big win. That's a big one in Philly, like Mason just said. Like if the Packers won that Eagles game, I think we'd have a completely different idea of this team, Mason.
Yeah, especially in the manner that they lost. Just only scoring 7 points in a game.
Found a way to win, something like that.
But don't the Bears look at like what Philly's done the past 4 weeks and realize like this isn't Philly? Like they barely beat Green Bay.
You're discounting it for them.
They had another horrible offensive performance. They did beat the Lions, but the Lions are terrible. And then they blow a 21-0 lead against Dallas. It's like they haven't been impressive at all.
No, the Bears.
Their defense has been decent.
Are suspect, and they've won some close games. But I mean, you got to look across on the AFC. Like, would you say Denver is a good team?
Nah.
Like they've been in some like crazy games. Like I think they're those types of teams, and I've told you about this. Like those types of teams are the teams that worry me. The teams that literally will just battle it to the finish and find a way to win. Like those teams are scary. But I will say, I'll speak to your point, Mitch. This is the Bears Super Bowl. Like, I think this is what, this is what
right?
they are gearing up for. I mean, Ben Johnson, when he took the job, made sure to reference the Packers and Matt LaFleur and all of that. So, like, this has been on Ben Johnson's schedule, on his radar. The whole offseason, everything has been gearing up to this first matchup, going into Lambeau Field. And I just have to say, whenever we played the Bears in Lambeau Field, it was like, they are not coming into our house and like doing anything that they want to do. We're going to take care of business, send them back to Chicago hurting. If, we lost, I think we lost a couple to them, not many. I think I remember one, I think it was Thanksgiving night. I told you about it. One of the coldest, rainy, 40, it was 38 degrees. Lost that game, but that was probably the only game I can remember losing to them in Green Bay. So take care of business, do our job, send Ben Johnson back trying to figure out what he's going to do 2 weeks later.
Oh, I love that. 414-677-1250 is the Nicolay Law Talk and Text line. 414-677-1250. If you want to jump on and share with us what you are thinking about this Packers-Bears week. Bears fans, it's your Super Bowl. So Bears fan, if you want to chime in, on the YouTube channel or on the Twitterverse at WI Sports Radio as well, you can do that. And if you want to, and Packers fans, like what does it say to us that it is Bears Super Bowl week? Like, do we and that they're 9-3, like not that they're 3-9, and we know when the Bears are 3-9, it's their Super Bowl week, but that they're 9-3 and it's still their Super Bowl week.
Yeah, I mean, they just have to prove that they're legit and that they can get it done. I mean, obviously, yes, that win, mind you, maybe discounted with how the Eagles have been playing, was still a good win, right?
Yeah,
so
it's still a good win, absolutely.
But like, until you beat the Packers, until you unseat the Lions, because they won it last year, I would say, but like they're not playing well, so it's always the Packers. I feel like until the Bears beat the Packers and find their way to win the North, that is their Super Bowl. They're always chasing that. So this is ultimately what this game is always going to be until the Bears prove that they can be consistent champions of the North and hold on to that thing. So I have no doubt that it's going. I do think there's going to be some spots. So just everybody be prepared. Be prepared that this weekend there's going to be a moment in the game where the Bears do look like the better team or the team that everyone might be suspecting they are. But I do think this Packers team has that ability to turn it on, and if they play a full game, should run away with this thing. I don't know.
You sound pretty confident there, Mace.
I haven't made my pick, like, as far as score and like what I think, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the Packers, especially under LaFleur with his track record against the Bears, if this couldn't be one of those games they put it all together and find a way to beat them by 2 touchdowns.
Is this okay? I don't want to look too far ahead. Would this be the most impressive? Is this the most important game of the season for the Green Bay Packers if they were able to win the game?
I mean, the most important. I mean, I think last week was so important.
Yeah.
To get through that week, sweep the Lions, just get them kind of in your rear view mirror. Take down the Vikings, but yeah, I mean, you have to look at this game where the Bears are and just what this rivalry is. That if the Packers go and take care of business on Sunday and they put themselves right in the driver's seat to go and win this division, this has to be that hinge game as you make a push to the playoffs and you become the team again to be talked about. This Packers team was winning the Super Bowl after week 2. Then they kind of had like some spurts of, are they good? What is this team about? Are they inconsistent? And this game now, after 3 wins in a row, if they can beat the Bears at home, unseat the number 1 seed, take over that 2 seed if the Rams end up winning. And this is that most important game. And hey, let's give football speed because it's the next one. But no, it is. This is a huge game, and it sets you up to control your own destiny through the Final Four, and that is the most important thing for this Packers team.
We know the history of this rivalry, and we also know that we've talked a lot over the past couple of years since the Mason Crosby show started, and even before that, like is the Vikings a bigger rival because they've been more relevant over the past decade, whatever that might be. Mason, was there ever on the field, was there extra juice for Packers Bears as compared to Packers Vikings or Packers Lions?
Oh, yeah.
Was that, yes? Like
always
between the players?
Always bigger for the Bears. Yeah, always.
Okay. So, like, talking? Were Bears players talking?
Well, I mean, look at Aaron. Like, even as a Pittsburgh Steeler, he goes in that stadium and just saying, like, he still owns the Bears, like, when he wasn't playing. So it's just, like, the dominance and, like, the back and forth. I do think there was, like, more of a healthy banter and respect between the rivalry, because I just don't think there's not much respect in the Vikings-Packers rivalry. I think it's literally just, like, hate the Vikings, don't want anything to do with them. It's kind of a nasty rivalry. They had poached some players in the past. Sure. You know, it's like it felt like the Green Bay pipeline went to Minnesota.
Yeah, great.
I mean, it started before that, right? It was Sharper, it was Longwell. It was it's like Farvin's up there. Like, it just felt like
even Gilbert Brown will tell you
the Packers.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Gilbert Brown was cut by the Vikings, but he hates the Vikings with a burning passion of 1,000 suns.
Yeah, and then the Lions for so long were so bad that I've said this before, they were like the little brother, where it's like you kind of wanted to see them do a little bit better. It was like, gosh, I just feel bad beating you every time we step on the field. Just get better, right? So this Bears rivalry, and they've obviously they've won a Super Bowl. They've that they hang their hat on from 1985, but they also had some success, especially through the course of the time I was there. I mean, they had some teams. We had to go through them to win the NFC Championship and win our Super Bowl. So it's like they had some teams that were good. And so I think there's just and the long-standing rivalry, it just adds to it. So this one's special. You watch the highlights. LaFleur is probably up there. It's probably on Friday. I think it was either Wednesday to start the week or Friday. You'd show kind of the history of the rivalry, just because those new guys need to understand what this means, not just for you as a player, but what it means for the fans, the people that have been to so many of these games, seen them hard fought, and know what it means to both organizations. It's just, there's nothing better in sports than a rivalry.
And is there kind of something to Matt LaFleur when he goes up against another hot commodity type head coach? Like, looking at it with Dan Campbell, like, he coached his 2 best games going up against Dan Campbell, right? This year, that might be his 2 best games. And now he gets to go up against Ben Johnson, who calls him out in preseason, and Matt LaFleur almost says, like, I don't even know who this guy is. Like, to an extent, back to him. Like, maybe Ben Johnson had this game circled, but did Matt LaFleur circle this game after those comments, Mason, do you think?
Well, I think LaFleur now, like, as an established coach and has a track record of success, like, now, you want to make sure that this new head coach that is, was the hottest commodity coming out as an offensive coordinator, like, that he doesn't come in and do the things that he said he was going to do when he took that job, right? I think it was almost like whenever Matt took the job in 2019, we went out to 49ers in the playoffs and they stomped us. Shanahan was probably like, I can't let LaFleur, take me down this early in his career. Like, there's just kind of one of those things. It's a rite of passage. And I do think coaches have that mindset. So he's going to have something dialed up. I do think LaFleur steps up in these types of games. Like, he really does try to dial it in, and almost like it almost settles him out, where he's not chasing something, trying to create things. It's just like, all right, let's look at the film. Let's see what we can do. And let's go and make sure Ben Johnson and this Bears team, they do not come to Lambeau Field and get this win.
And per our good friend Ryan Wood, Jaden Reed and Matthew Golden both at practice today, while Javon Bullard is a DNP.
Interesting.
Bullard.
Okay. What's going on with Bullard?
Okay. We'll have
hopefully just a little rest or something.
We'll have to find that out. Reed still hasn't been activated for the record, but trending in that direction. 414-677-1250 is the Nicolay Law talk and text line as we watch our good friend Mike McCarthy on the TV.
Oh yeah.
You got him up there, Mace?
Yeah, I guess he's I didn't know he was a hunter, but he's got his Buckmaster hat
you
on
know,
over there.
Now you know. Now you know.
I knew he was a hunter, and I've never talked to him other than this show. How did you not know that?
Because he never invited
him out in the
hunt.
woods all that much. I mean, I don't remember him going hunting all that much.
Exactly. So. All right, joining us now on the Nicolay Law hotline is Doc in Caledonia. Doc, you're on the Mason Crosby Show.
Yeah, dude, I am so glad you guys went straight to Packers Bears.
Yes,
I'm done with the Giannis stuff.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, we still have some Giannis to talk about, but we got to talk Packers Bears.
I know you're going to, but I'm glad you kind of opened with this first, because the Giannis stuff at some point over the last couple of years, man, is just kind of like Charlie Brown's teacher.
Yeah,
I don't need to hear it no more. It's just,
right.
Exactly.
Doc, that's a great example. I love that, by the way.
So as far as the Packers Bears go, man, I'm looking forward to this game. Like the Bears have played pretty well this year. Like Dennis Green, right? You are what your record says you are. I mean, they're 9-3. They're a good team. Now their defense sucks. They can't stop the run, but they counter that with a good running game. And Caleb Williams has played pretty well. I think this is going to be a really fun, good matchup for us, and I think it's going to be a telltale of where this division's going and whether or not we still control it.
Doc, do you think this is the biggest measuring stick of the Packers so far this season?
Dude, I would. Last week to me was it. When over the last 3 games, you had the Vikings, the Lions, and the Bears, and I thought in my head, if you can get 2 out of 3, the most important 2 to me would have been the Lions. At the time, was the Lions and the Bears, and that still stands to me. They got the Vikings game. To me, that's icing on top of the cake. The Bears and the Lions were the 2 games I think we needed to win out of the 3-game stretch here in the division.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I totally agree. Doug, I think this Bears game is a huge game, and it's a huge hinge point for this playoff push and to win this division. I mean, it doesn't even, you don't even have to write a story or like make something up. I mean, after this game, there's 4 games left. You play the Bears in another 2 weeks. Like, this is that moment where you're either going to go and chase and win the division, or you're going to be fighting to make a playoff run, right? Because it's going to get tight there in the NFC.
Dude, if they lose, I think the Packers could still lose the game, knowing that you still have the game coming up against them, right? Yeah. So, like, it's coming up. So I don't think it's a do or die game for us.
No,
I think you can still redeem yourself within a week and still have a chance for the division.
I think that's a great point. And what I will also say is, and I know we've all been looking to these division games and playing the Bears 2 and 3 weeks, playing 5 division games in 7 weeks. But I will say that let's not forget that just before these division games, we all looked at that Eagles game as a measuring stick. That absolutely was a measuring stick.
You say you can't put me in that same category.
Come on, Packers fans were looking at that Monday night game.
I was more disappointed in the Panther game. To me, the Eagles game 10-7, dude. LaFleur kind of had some LaFleur moments.
I'm not saying disappointed, Doc.
I can live with that one.
Right. I'm not saying disappointed. I'm not saying we couldn't live with it. I'm saying it was a measuring stick for this team, where they stood against the team that at the time was the number 1 team in the NFC.
At that time, they're 8-4 right now.
Right, but that's what they're doing
the
this week too.
The Panthers are a lot better than they were when they lost to them too.
Right. Like, that Panther loss is looking better and better the longer the season goes.
Right.
Of course.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
All right, I think we're on the same page, Doc. Thanks for the call. 414-677-1250, 414-677-1250. Kind of along those same lines about the type of game this one's going to be. Oh, what do you got there?
What does it say?
It says, no, the famous Mike McCarthy is not known for being a hunter.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
I just wanted to prove that it's not just like the world knows he's a hunter.
I meant from his vibe, not from anything else.
Oh, it was a vibe thing.
It was.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So you were basing your whole like come at me situation from the vibe he puts out.
100%. Right. Yeah, it wasn't that I actually knew. It's just that like I was saying I knew because the vibe of Mike McCarthy is he loves to drink beer in the woods.
I go out in the woods and drink beer with Mike. Yeah, let's go.
I would as well. It seems with all the running success, this comes in from our buddy Timothy on the talking text line, Nicolay Law. Thunder, guys, it seems to me with all the running success with the Bears, and hopefully the Packers can run, that possessions will definitely be at a premium on Sunday. Yeah. Mason, you think that?
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a possession type game. That's what the Bears want to do. They want to run the ball, not let Caleb Williams. Like, I think I saw he was 55%
58.
passing, 58% in the last 3 games or so.
Oh, sorry. That's the season total is 58.
Oh yeah. Last 3 games, I think he was like 55%. So it's not good whenever he has to throw the ball. So that plays well if we can stop him inside the tackles, or force them out to the edges where this defense really excels. Then get them off the field. I mean, our offense can run the ball on them, get Jordan in a play action situations, as many possessions as possible that this offense can have. I just don't think the Bears can catch up to this team if the Packers get a lead.
Let's keep things rolling, Bears-Packers. We're going to get a little bit into the Bears' proclivity for taking the ball away, something the Packers are trying to do and have done a little bit more in recent weeks. But let's keep that Packers-Bears vibe going. We are going to get to some of the Giannis and Buck stuff at the end of the hour. I was at the game last night, so we do want to talk about that. And then from Packers.com, our good friend Wes Hodkiewicz is going to join the show at the top of the 1 o'clock hour to keep talking Packers-Bears, because it is Packers-Bears week in a battle for first place. You know what, Bears? You want some? Come get some.
Gotta come through Lambeau.
That's right. He's Mason Crosby. He's Tommy Wirtz. I'm Mitch Nellis, a.k.a. Thunder. We are the Mason Crosby Show, presented by Verizon. And remember, it is the 19th annual toy drive for Children's Wisconsin and Robin's Nest right now. Blaine's Farm and Fleet on Rawson Ave in Oak Creek. They're collecting cash and toys there every day from 8 to 6 through tomorrow. You can also donate online at wisportsradio.com, or you can text toys. Mason, I don't know what you think about this. We decided this yesterday. You can text it to 34984. We decided that was Giannis, Christian Watson, Sterling Sharp. Okay. Giannis is 34, Watson's 9, nice. Sterling Sharp's 84.
You think that was on purpose?
No, but we thought those were three good players to pick.
Or text it to Mitch Thunder Nellis's number. You want to post that one as well?
My
you don't want to play that game. You don't want to play that game.
Text toys to 414-467-7.
Phone number roulette on this show would not be in your favor.
Oh, that'd be amazing. 19th annual toy drive is brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, Steelwind Industries, who delivered $6,600 worth of toys yesterday, and they showed the receipt. It was unbelievable.
Insane receipt.
That's so awesome.
And by the yard, they're broadcasting there from the Bear Sunroom. This is the Mason Crosby Show. This is the Mason Crosby Show, presented by Verizon, the official 5G network of the Green Bay Packers. Mace, how was your day yesterday?
Let's see. Yesterday,
how was sleeping in your own bed?
That was really nice. Yeah, I've been sleeping like a baby. It's been great. Little tough news. My mother-in-law she broke her elbow over the Thanksgiving weekend, so had surgery yesterday.
Oh, man. Well, prayers.
It was a bit of a busy day. Yeah.
Prayers to Molly's mom.
Yeah, went and saw her this morning. She's doing fine. Recovering well. Just obviously she had to get like a metal plate put in. It chipped like the bone, like the end of the elbow.
That's never fun.
Not fun. So I'm wishing her a really quick recovery.
Yeah, speedy recovery for sure.
Yeah, Molly's over there, so I'm full on dad duty all week, just as she needs to be over there helping.
God, Molly's the best.
She is the best. I mean, she takes care of everybody.
Yeah, that's amazing. This is the Mason Crosby Show, where Tommy Words takes care of everyone. Thanks, Tommy. You're also the best.
The Molly of the Mason Crosby.
Yes, you are.
That's right.
You are. You
are the Molly. Yes.
In
many ways.
Yeah. Packers Bears week, Sunday, 3:25. It's America's game of the week. Tom Brady will be at Lambeau. Mace, what do you think of Tom Brady?
I think he's an announcer, and he was a great quarterback.
All right.
Yeah. Wow. Let's move on.
But I did see the Packers Lions game was the highest rated early game and or highest viewed early game.
48 million.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Did you see how many the Cowboys Chiefs had though?
No.
I think at one point they averaged I think it was like 70 million.
Oh.
It went up like 47% from the year before.
That's interesting.
That was a big. I mean, those are big draws. Cowboys.
Well, the Cowboys have been playing well, and the Chiefs, right? Like how often is it, especially over the years? And Mason, you probably didn't get to the experience that much as a player, but when one of those two games, before there was even the night game, when one of those two games was a dud.
Oh yeah.
When because the Lions were terrible, when it was a bad AFC team.
Yeah.
At the Lions, man, that game would be a snooze fest.
Any Lions game with John Kitna, Joe,
there's a little nap time, just a little pre-dinner
Joey,
nap.
Joey Harrington, friend of show, not the best on Thanksgiving,
but when it would come out that the matchups were actually good matchups, then everybody's in. And so obviously Chiefs playing at Cowboys this year was one that I think a lot of people were looking forward to.
Can I?
Yeah, it was a big time game.
Kick off maybe something here to spark some more Bears.
Is that a football pun?
No, that was a Crosby pun.
We don't talk to kickers.
I think that this first Bears game is significantly more important than the second one.
Oh,
and
okay.
I have some reasons.
Yeah.
Number one, I don't think you want to fall back a game and a half. I think it'd be better to just go out, get the lead as soon as possible.
It'd be a game and a quarter, but who's counting?
I don't really want to see the Packers chasing. I'd rather them be the hunted in this situation.
I like that.
And if this game was in Chicago, maybe I feel differently. Yeah. I'm not ready to have the Bears come into Lambeau and win in the middle of the season.
Yeah. Say that again.
I mean, it happened last year, right? At the end of the season.
Yeah, but it did.
Yeah, Malik Willis was playing the whole game.
Yeah,
it's not the same.
The punt return thing.
A meaningful football game in Lambeau against the Bears. This game is much more important to me than the one in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I do think from this side of it, if I'm in that building, you're not there's no consideration of these moments. You're just all right, we're stacking. It's December. It's time to push towards the playoffs. We need to be our best version. But from this seat that I'm in now, it's this game, if you lose to the Bears at home, whenever you are supposed to go and win the North, the Bears, are they're good. The record shows they're good. Yeah. But it's you have to take care of Lambeau Field. So you lose this game and you kind of are questioning, is this Packers team, they're going to probably make the playoffs, but are they just kind of that, they're just okay. Right? They just didn't get it done the way that you expected them to. I don't think that means if they lose this game that they can't make a run in the last four and find themselves in a really good spot. But this game is a hinge point. It's a really important one.
And remember, last year, it felt like a lot of our conversation talking about that Lambeau mystique, right? And if that still exists or not. And how long has it been dead? If it really has been dead, why don't we start to work towards getting that back if we are Green Bay? If you want to have that Chiefs home field advantage, even the Saints who stink, like you always know, like that stadium's going to be loud every time you go, and it's going to be a ruckus environment.
I think a 325 game Sunday against the Bears, like whether there are Bears,
it's going to be
like,
dark at the end of the game.
It's going to be hopping in there. Like it needs to be rowdy.
So I agree it will be hopping, but I pretty strongly disagree with the concept of home field advantage. Like I just don't think. I think maybe Seattle has it.
I think
because they have earthquakes during games.
That's what happens. Yes.
Or once. But I think in general, like I know we've talked about the Lambeau mystique, man. The night Michael Vick came in on a Saturday night in the playoffs and ran all over them in 03 or whatever that was.
Yep.
Like there's there's Lambeau mystique in that Lambeau is really cool and it's an amazing place to go.
But everyone wants to play there.
Everybody, exactly. Yeah. Everybody wants to be there. It's not intimidating other teams the way maybe it did. I do want the concept of the Packers having an advantage at home to exist, but I just think like once the whistle blows, once the kickoff happens, I just don't buy it.
I don't think it's because of the crowd, though, Mitch. I think I want this to change a mentality in this Green Bay Packers locker room. I want people to understand that you are getting every team's best when they come to Lambeau because this is a game that they look forward to.
Okay.
I mean, that like inside locker room, I mean, that is the conversation. Like it's known up there like that. The families of all the players that are on the other team are coming in droves. Like everybody wants to see their husband, their son, like their friend play in Lambeau Field if they never get to play for the Packers. So it is, but it's also like these teams are coming in for one game. Mm-hmm. So I will say to Mitch's point that like there was a point, as my career went on and you start realizing like, it's so hard once December hits. If you have a lot of home games, you're in those elements a lot. Yeah. It can wear you down to the point where that home field, it's almost like, gosh, we got to go back out in 5 degrees and play in this.
Right. And I don't
want
that.
Whereas a team's coming in and they're just like, all right, we're playing one game, like get hyped, get, locked on. Like, so I think it is a shift, like Tommy's saying, a shift in mindset where it's like, regardless of what the week was, once Saturday comes, shift your mind. It's one game. It's our house. Like, it doesn't matter how cold it is. Doesn't matter what it is. We have this one game to go out there and show these guys how hard it is to play in these elements in Green Bay and then just play hard-nosed football. So I hope they run the ball a ton, just pound it, just kind of go into that, like that, black and blue, hard-nosed NFC North football, and then just get a lead and go after Caleb Williams all day long on Sunday.
414-677-1250 is the Nikolai Law talking text line, 414-677-1250. Ken is in the Falls. Ken, you're up next on the Mason Crosby Show.
Well, once again, gentlemen, Merry Christmas to all. I know that, Mason, you weren't there the other day when I called in, so I hope all is well with you and your family.
Yep, doing well here. Other than my mother-in-law having a surgery, we're on the mend. But appreciate you. Yeah, it was a good Thanksgiving. Hope you had a good one too.
I did that. I definitely did. Shot some deer, the whole 9 yards. So it's all good.
Heck yeah.
It's all good.
Just like Coach Mike McCarthy.
Venison coming for you guys. I'll drop some off at the station one day.
Ooh, venison jerky, baby. I'm all about it.
Oh yeah, especially some of the stuff I get made up with the jalapeno cheddar sticks and the different things like that.
Say less.
Yeah, that's the best. Say more. Just keep talking about it. I love it.
But speaking of the Packer-Bear game, well, you touched on a big point there, Mason, and that is running the ball, right? There is nothing more demoralizing than playing in cold weather than you continue to get thrown on the ground. You continue to get beat down and thrown on the ground, and it hurts. Yep. And all these guys that want to run around with no sleeves on, I was never a guy to run around with no sleeves on. It's like, no, I want to bring the pain to you. And you know when you're going to feel that pain on that bare skin? Because when you keep getting thrown on the ground, it hurts in cold weather because that ground is frozen. I don't care what anybody says. It might have a little cushion, but it hurts. So the more you keep putting your opponent on their back and beating them into the ground, the more they just want to get the hell out of the game and get to the sideline and sit on those nice, warm, cushy seats over there. And that's a big deal when you play at Lambeau Field. You want to bring that type of pain to your opponent. you want them to say, God dang it, I don't want to be at Lambeau Field. I hate that field. I hate playing there because it hurts to play there. And once you lose, once you're losing and you're down by 2 touchdowns, you're down by 17, 20 points, forget it. And I think that's what's going to happen this week. I said the Packers will beat the Bears 33-10. They are going to light them up in Lambeau.
Love it.
And they are not going to take prisoners. They are going to put some pain. Our defense is going to put some pain on these guys in this game.
Ken, is there 2 missed extra points or a safety in that game?
No, there's 3 touchdowns, 4 field goals.
Yeah, here, look at what happened last year. What a crazy game last year,
happens.
right? Where
you've seen 33 before, bro.
Yeah, where your field goal kickers determined the game in the last 2.5 minutes.
Extra points, man. Just killing BMAC over here.
But remember that one crazy play where their special teams really boogered up the Packers.
Of course, we all remember that. Yeah, Ken, we all remember that play. Yep.
We don't want to see any of that crap. Come on now.
We don't
have your guys ready.
Yeah, Ken, thanks for the call, my friend. Don't be a stranger. We'll talk to you down the road. Yeah, they need to avoid the corniness and the ridiculousness of all those types of plays. That can't happen.
And I've said this, and I said this last year, so this will be my first time this year. Teams that come out, and the Bears probably won't do it. They play in these, similar elements, not quite as cold all the time, but teams that came from the South or dome teams, when those guys like the DB, everyone would have their shirt off in pregame. I was like, oh, they're gonna be cold today. Like, why would you not be bundled up, get a good lather going, and then if you want to be sleeveless for the game, that's fine. But I think that's another good point is this offense, if they can run the ball, do a little bit of tempo offense too, so the Chicago defense can't sub a lot, and you sustain drives and keep them on the field all the time, as long as possible. Those are other ways to wear a team down in these types of elements. So I remember whenever we were rolling at times, it was jump up on a team, you get that tempo going, you don't let them get subs in the game. I think this was the Raiders. They were awful, but it's you could see their defense run off the sideline and get their jackets and sit by the heaters as quickly as possible the whole game. That game was over in the first quarter just because you knew they did not want to be out there. So this will be a little different against the Bears, but there is something about playing in Lambeau Field. Say when Baltimore comes to town, whenever you're playing other teams, you need to play it to your advantage and just know that you can withstand it longer than anyone else because you're in it all the time.
Do you remember a few years back when I want to say it was a late December game and both you and the Tennessee Titans, I think, were both pretty competitive, and then everyone was always talking about what is Derrick Henry going to do against them?
Yeah,
that was
stomped them.
And it was pound the rock with Derrick Henry, and then that was a huge moment for that Green Bay team. It felt like to have that moment to really make Derrick Henry eliminated from the game. And Kyle Monangai, a little banged up right now, not sure if he's going to play in the game for Chicago. This is a huge opportunity after you lose Devontae Wyatt to step up and try to eliminate and make Caleb Williams throw the football.
Especially
that's
in a 15-degree game that wind chills might be down at 0, and it's going to be
especially once
cold.
The sun goes down. Make
Caleb Williams handle that football as much as possible. He will make a mistake at some point. That ball gets slick, it gets cold. He's going to try to force something down the field. So yes, give Caleb Williams as many ops to throw the ball to our defense as possible. I'll give you a little funny because he said, sleeves off. O&D line in Green Bay, whenever I was there, I don't know if it's a rule still, but they were not allowed, from their position groups, you couldn't wear sleeves. That was just not allowed. And I'm all for that. Those big guys should lead the way and say hey, we're out here and we're tough. They would go put the jackets on the sideline, but when you're on the field, you have those sleeves out, those guns out, and you just go out there and just pound that rock.
Was it the exact opposite for all the specialists?
I had as much as I could without restricting my movement. Yes.
You have to wear a parka in order to play on special teams.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh man. There were some games I would do my warm-up kicks in the net with my jacket on. I'm just all right, this jacket's not coming off until 3rd down. And I just shut that thing.
Love it.
You remember in baseball when the pitchers would go on base and they'd wear the jacket?
I
just imagine
keep
kickers coming out
in
the jackets.
I go running out one time. I'm like, oh crap, I still got it on.
A full snowsuit boot on. What do you mean just because they got to keep the leg
I had big
warm
old
too.
baggy, old baggy pants that I could just like slide down over my shoes really fast.
Love it. This is the Mason Crosby Show. We're going to talk about Giannis for a couple minutes here and the Bucks coming up. But at the top of 1 o'clock hour, we've got Wes Hodkowitz from Packers.com. So we're getting right back into Packers Bears week. We're just taking a quick excursion into the game last night at Fiserv Forum and the injury update with Giannis Antetokounmpo. This is the Mason Crosby Show presented by Verizon, the official 5G network of the Green Bay Packers. Remember, it's the toy drive going on, 19th annual toy drive for Children's Wisconsin and Robin's Nest. If you can't make it out to Blaine's Farm and Fleet in Oak Creek, you can donate online at wisportsradio.com. This is the Mason Crosby Show. Oh, yeah. This is the Mason Crosby Show presented by Verizon. I
don't know a single word from this song, but it's a very recognizable song.
Separate Ways, Journey.
We'll find you.
Yeah, nice.
that's all I
Nailed
got.
it. So
where are we going, Mitch? We're talking Giannis real quick before
we are.
segment. All right.
You missed all the chaos yesterday, Mason. I think that might be a good thing because as Doc in Caledonia said, at some point it just sounds like Charlie Brown's teacher, right?
For sure.
Sean's turning you out. Shut the hell up. You're an idiot.
Is that what they did on Charlie Brown?
No, that's what we did on NBA Live.
That's what was happening.
And Brian Windhorst and Stephen A. And then Michelle Beadle her podcast, and then so
how do you feel? You went to the game last night.
I did.
So how do you feel after being there? Obviously, great job by them, coming back and winning that game.
Yeah,
so
right.
Whenever I saw Giannis get hurt, I kind of stopped tracking, and then I looked. I was like, "Whoa, they came back and won this game." I gave up on them,
as you should have. I mean, they were down 19-4. They were down. They were down 30-12, and I turned to my buddy. And I was like, "You want to go get steaks? This game's not going to get any better. Let's go get some steaks." And we were literally, if you're watching on YouTube or Twitter, you can see how close my fingers are. But when you put your fingers right next to each other, we were this close to leaving the game.
Oh man!
And thank goodness we did not. Kevin Porter Jr. and Ryan Rollins, they're going to need to figure out how to play together.
Yeah, but if that's a little struggle.
Right, but if they can play the way they did last night, where they combined for 48 points and 15 assists, where they're both hitting their shots, where they're both getting theirs, and sharing the ball with each other and with others. Listen, I mean, it's they're
share that ball.
I mean, hey, you coached the 8-year-olds.
Did they realize last night? Did you almost see it in the building? Did they realize? Whoa, we can be pretty dynamic together. Was that kind of what was going on? They're just okay.
And I think
if we figure this out, we can be special.
I think what Ryan Rollins figured out is that KPJ is going to be a bigger help to him than someone who's going to get in his way and prevent him from getting paid.
Point.
Because when Ryan Rollins was trying to bring the ball up against any other team and he was being double teamed, he had nobody to pass it to because Trent Jr. and AJ Green can't handle the ball. Yeah. But KPJ can.
Yeah.
So now all of a sudden, Ryan Rollins has
an outlet. Yeah.
And Jericho Sims played a ton more. He's probably going to play more, which I don't love. But the way that Rollins and especially KPJ were throwing lobs to him for alley-oops,
the only way he can score.
Right. But again, before KPJ came back, nobody was finding Sims on the court. Okay. Now they're finding him for those lobs, and he had 14 rebounds for a team that can't rebound. If you had a guy who can rebound, grab 14 boards, you got to throw him on the court. Listen, they're nothing more than a 500 team without Giannis, but they shouldn't be a 1-5 team. Now, I mean, he played last night, but really they're 2-5. Now they can be a 500 team without Giannis, but if Giannis is out 2 to 4 weeks or more, I think these trade rumors are going to go away. I think, here we are.
Mason, maybe this is going to have to be recycled back into extra points or somewhere later in the program, but I want to know the locker room when your superstar is weighing his options. And you were there at the end of Aaron, where it was kind of no, is he going to get traded? Is he going to retire? Is he going to do this? You were there with Favre at the end of it, right? Where it's just they're mulling their options and they don't know quite if this is the right fit anymore. Yeah. What's it like to be in that locker room and
it's
how
heavy and you don't know where to how to have a conversation about it, right?
Yeah.
You're just all right, we're in the middle of a season. We're not going to have a conversation on this, but you can feel it. You can feel some of that weight. So yeah, there's definitely that. And now that Giannis is injured, we'll see what happens if he comes back and what they end up doing.
But at least now they know the next 2 to 4 weeks he's out and they need to refocus.
Yep, exactly.
He's Mason Crosby. He's Tommy Orts. I'm Mitch Nellis, a.k.a. Thunder. This is the Mason Crosby Show presented by Verizon, the official 5G network of the Green Bay Packers. Wes Hodkiewicz of Packers.com. He's their beat reporter. He's going to join us coming up next right here on the Mason Crosby Show. Donate some toys, everybody.
Yes, sir.
A Super Bowl champion.
The Green Bay Packers have won the Super Bowl.
The Packers' all-time leading scorer.
A game winner for Mason Crosby.
It's time for the Mason Crosby Show with Mitch Nellis, presented by Verizon, the official 5G network of the Green Bay Packers, on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook, and on the free Odyssey app.
This is the Mason Crosby Show. I'm Mitch Nellis. He's Mason Crosby. Tommy Wirtz. He's hanging out around here somewhere. Oh, there he is. Hey, Tommy. Oh,
what's going on?
I didn't see you over there.
I try to chameleon into places, I guess.
Yeah. You were part of Inside with
no idea. I don't know what
with that. Gosh, Mitch put you on the spot.
Oh my God! I'm trying to work.
You are no longer the Molly of the Mason Crosby
Mute that
Show.
mic. Mute that mic. We'll let you know when you come back.
All right. Well, it is Packers Bears week. I don't know if it's breaking news, but some news out of the NFL. I don't know if you saw this, Mason, but Jalen Carter is going to miss Monday night. He had a procedure done on both shoulders. They want to get him as close to 100% for the playoffs as possible, but he's considered week to week. A procedure on both shoulders. That's
tough.
That seems a little intense in the middle of the season.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, like they were monitoring one and then they just both kind of, went on him. So
might as well
let's go ahead and just take care of them both.
Might as well clean the other one up too.
That rehab process has to be tough. I mean, it's tough doing one.
Exactly. You can't lean on one to strengthen the other.
So brutal.
Joining us now on the Mason Crosby Show on the guest hotline, powered by Gruber Law, one called That's All, Packers.com beat reporter for our Green Bay Packers, the only Wes Hodkowitz. Wes, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, guys. I got to say, I had a big smile on my face this morning when I got the text message to jump on because, Mace, I think we're making history. I think you're the first player that I covered that is now sort of interviewing me. I don't think that's happened. There's not very many firsts anymore for me. I think this is
nice.
Well,
I feel honored, and nonetheless, it's Bears week, right? So
absolutely, man.
We've been through a lot of those together, and nothing's better than Bears week. Just the energy in the building just changes a little bit. Have they shown the history of the rivalry in any of the team meetings yet? Have you seen any of those videos popping up?
You know what's cool about this era? Back in the day, and you could speak to this better than anybody, Mike would always put up all the signage, right? Like the physical signage around the building, especially when it was the NFC North. That era, and everything's on screens now, right? It's all on LEDs and televisions. And certainly, Matt LaFleur is preaching that message too to these guys that this is a very huge matchup. And I don't know how much you guys have talked about it. I'm sure you have. I mean, for me, I was thinking back, there were some big Packer games against the Bears during my time on the beat, but it seemed like most of them, if not all of them, for both teams were at Soldier Field. I was trying to think of how many consequential games have been played at Lambeau. Now you have the Bears going in at 9 wins, the Packers at 8, everything to play for in the NFC North. I think Sunday's going to be an amazing atmosphere.
I got to think back. It's probably that 2010, right? Whenever we beat them, to have a chance to even get in the playoffs. So we had to beat them. I think I remember, who was it in the corner of the end zone? Was it Tremont that knocked the ball? Like it was Devin Hester was trying to catch a ball in the corner of the end zone. I mean, just so many memories from these games, and they always. Even if a team blows them out, I mean, I looked back at some of the, through Matt LaFleur's era against the Bears, and it's been pretty lopsided on the Packers side of things. Last year's games were the closest, in any season as in the LaFleur era. So what do you, and then this Bears team this year plays tight games. So what are you looking for in this game? I was, warning fans. I was like, be ready. There's going to be moments. This Bears team is pretty good where you feel like it's slipping away from this Packers team, but stay the course. And you do think the Packers are going to do a good job with that. And, what are you hearing there in 1265?
Yeah, it's an excellent question, Mason. And when you look at it, right, I mean, these are probably the two teams that I think have been the best this season around the league as far as kind of grinding out those games late. I mean, it's no coincidence that the Packers and Bears have found themselves in this position. They've found ways to win these type of games, and maybe nobody's been better at it than Chicago, especially during this winning streak that they've been on. So I really look at it in three different vacuums, right? The first one being it's Ben Johnson everybody knows the bulletin board material he put out there the day that he got hired, the day that he was introduced. If there was ever a game in which I feel like he has stuff planned going into a season that he wants to implement and save for a game, I think this is it. So I think from the Packers perspective, and Jeff, Hafley, you have to be ready for anything in this. Now, offensively, I really like how this sets up for Green Bay if they protect the football. I mean, Chicago's defense is unbelievable. That secondary, what they've been able to accomplish this year with interceptions and takeaways has been really impressive. But the Packers also have been good at protecting the football during this 3-game winning streak. If they can continue that, the yards are there to be gained against the Chicago defense, I feel. So it's going to be gritty. I think it's going to be one of these games. It would surprise me if it doesn't come down to the wire. But certainly the Packers have to be the better team in those last 3 to 4 minutes to be able to prevail and take that top spot in the NFC North.
Yeah, as like with what you're saying, I mean, all I'm thinking is special teams might be the difference, right? And I can think of so many times where, I mean, against the Bears, that was always my concern, right? They had Devin Hester for a long time. Right. Then they got Cordarrelle Patterson for a bit, and it's like the guys that they had special teams, it always came down to either stopping them from the punt, a big punt return or an impact on special teams, or we had to kick a game winner. They had to kick a game winner to win the game. Like there were so many moments like that. So talk about the special teams on both sides, Chicago and Packers, and where the Packers maybe can gain an advantage on that side of the ball.
Yeah, and there's no better example of that than last season, right? You have Carl Brooks, the finger poke of, from the heavens there to preserve that win at what ended up being the only division win Green Bay had last season. And then it come back against them there in the finale when, Cairo Santos makes that game winner to end the regular season. So
off of a punt return, right? Or a kickoff return wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a ton of things that have been factoring into this. What I like about two things I like about what Green Bay's done is, okay, special teams has been up and down throughout the course of the season. I've always felt like punt coverage wise, this has probably been the strength of that unit. I feel like their coverage teams, the way they've been able to tackle, they've been avoiding those explosive gains, both in the kickoff and the punt this season. You have to be able to continue that. You hope that Brandon McManus being able to get maybe back more into a rhythm again, can make some of those kicks, make them playable, try to get them behind that 30-yard line, which is something they were doing really well earlier this season. And then just owning the elements. Better than anybody. I mean, just how challenging it is to kick here and being able to do that in these temperatures, if it's hovering in the teens late into the evening, what that's going to be like. It does. And when you have games like this between teams that are that close, it comes down to those margins. And are you better in those small areas? And in Green Bay, I feel like from that special teams defense side of things has gradually improved here over the last month and hopefully can carry it into this game against the Bears.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's going to be, it's like the return game, right? And like we always want to see explosive returns, but you have Romeo Doubs back there to hold on to the football. Like, especially as the weather turns, these punts could get a little squirrely. They don't always turn over. You need somebody to secure that ball, give the ball back to the offense. If you can get 5 to 8, 10 yards, that's fine. We don't need to have a punt return every game to feel really good about it. So I do think this game could come down to that. Who holds on to the ball in that punt situation? Waylon's been bombing it. So go down there, try to get a turnover in that situation, and then hold on to the football on the punt return. So
right. Mason, real quick, I was going to interject. I agree that 5 to 8 holding on to the ball is important. It's not about it, but it's also about preventing the other team from getting a 20, 30-yard return. And I think that's where some of the trepidation sneaks in as Packers fans is just over the years we've been burned by that.
Yeah, no doubt.
As good as Whelan is, like do we trust the coverage team to stay in their lanes and to do their job and to limit the Bears to 5 to 8 yards and more than that? Yeah,
exactly. And I think that's like on the specialists too, to not go outside your wheelhouse, because that ball's not going to hang up as high and go as far whenever it gets that cold. So you just got to hit your ball, trust that you guys are going to go, maybe try to get a little more hang time, limit the distance and out kicking your coverage. But I've been saying all week, stop the run for the Bears and put the ball in Caleb Williams' hands. Yeah. If the Packers can do that, get a lead and put the ball in Caleb Williams' hands, like you got to think this is like all in the Packers' favor with that type of scenario. Would you agree with that, Wes?
Yeah, I would, Mason. And you look at the way Ben Johnson structures his offense. It's no coincidence that they brought David Montgomery there. They made that draft pick with Jahmyr Gibbs. They wanted to build a two-headed monster, and they very much did. And now you're seeing that in the same side of things now. And, you know, I've always been a big DeAndre Swift fan. I think he's really talented, but it's just been a matter of being able to keep him on the field. When he's right, he's very good. But with him being hurt for that, you know, short amount of time, it allowed them to be able to have a secondary option now. And that 1-2, if they get going, that does set up the rest of the offense for Caleb Williams. And we've all looked at it. The completion percentage is what it is, but there's also that gamer aspect to it. He's a slippery guy in the pocket. He can make big plays happen at a moment's notice, and he generally does a really good job of protecting the football. I think the one danger part for Green Bay, and maybe the weather will take this out of the conversation, we'll see, but when you look at Odunze, he's been so quiet now for so long, and he was so good that first month of the season. Making sure that can maybe just hold off here a couple more weeks, that Green Bay can contain him, DJ Moore. They have talent there at the receiver positions, but the backfield is where everything starts. And if you allow them to get in the third and manageables and you allow Ben Johnson to really start, cooking up some schemes there, that's where Caleb Williams has been at his best this season.
Well, Wes Hawkowitz, I always just call you Wes Hod. Like, I just don't even know.
You're fine with that too, mate. Yeah, that's not
Wes Hod. Packers.com. And so let's talk about, I want to talk to you specifically about Jordan Love and the way he's been playing, especially here down this last 3 games in this stretch. They limited him, we're able to limit his time against the Vikings by just running the ball, getting the lead, preserving that shoulder that he kind of took a hit on. But then against the Lions, he looked really, really good. Do you think, is there a shot at him if he finishes the season off right? He's climbing that MVP, MVP voting and, the odds to win that thing. Do you think he's playing at an MVP type level right now?
I think he is, but unfortunately, there's just a branding aspect with this too, right? I think there's a lot of people, I'm one of them, that says, Mason Crosby probably should have went to a Pro Bowl, during his career, right? But it's almost like there's this popularity contest sometimes, even when guys are really doing well. It is stunning to me that Jordan hasn't made the Pro Bowl yet, right? Especially in a day and age in which, you've seen random quarterbacks get those opportunities. It's a big jump to go to that MVP conversation, but let's be honest. When he is on his game, I don't know if there's very many better passers in this league. And the one thing we've known from day one, I'll never forget this conversation I had with his offensive coordinator from Utah State, David Yost. He said, there is something about him that you would think his heartbeat is at 30 at all times. He never gets too high. He never gets too low. Sometimes almost to a fault in the pocket, not wanting to use his legs enough. I think this year you've seen the maturation of that, along with some better health that's allowed him to use his full arsenal. And when the game is on the line like it was in Detroit, he's absorbing the contact. He knows the hit is coming, but yet he gives his receiver a chance with the football. There were some times this year where the Packers haven't had the run game to lean on like they did last year, and Jordan came up aces for them. So he needs to be able to continue the second half Jordan Love, this remarkable streak he's been on here. They're going to need him to do that, to be able to make a run, to get to the playoffs, to get a top seed. But man, if he actually does accomplish that, at what point do we finally start talking? Not Green Bay, not Wisconsin, not the Midwest, but legitimately the National Football League start talking about this guy as one of the really true young ascending quarterbacks in this league.
Yeah, it is wild to
just
think,
not in Chicago.
Yeah,
because they are convinced that Jordan Love's ceiling is Caleb Williams' floor. And that Caleb Williams is going to be
their 58% passer over there.
Right. I'm just telling you what I hear.
No, I agree. I just think it is wild to see the progression so similar to like Aaron Rodgers, right? This is year 3. He's getting that a little recognition. He's starting to climb that ladder. And then it's like that year 4, it's breakthrough. But in Green Bay, you don't get the flash in the pan. They're built on consistency and doing things over and over and over again. Whereas you're going to get like that established vet that gets the nod for MVP or Pro Bowl. And then you're usually going to get that guy that just kind of has that one-off season, right? Like where it's like, wow, he threw for 5,000 yards. He's amazing. And then doesn't do anything. Green Bay's built just to absorb all of that and just be consistent all the time. So I love that take on Jordan. And I think he is just progressing at a really great level. And I've said it since last offseason, like, his next step is that maturity, right? Like being able to handle that pressure. I love seeing a little fire. He got fired up in New York a little bit, like just taking that cap off just every once in a while to show that inside. But I want to go to the defense. We talked about Hafley versus Ben Johnson. I'm so excited to see what Hafley dials up. I could see, like, as I'm thinking of this game, I'm like, I would love to see Micah Parsons in the middle of the field a lot. And force Caleb Williams to think that he can get to the edge and, do his rollouts and things like that, where Micah is just spying him and then just going and being disruptive. Do you see like those types of games happening against this Bears offense?
Yeah. And what I like about what they've done now with Micah is he has, 3-4 months in this defense now, right? So him and Hafley have been able to sit down, figure out what works, what doesn't work, have that conversation. And he was as impactful, operating above the center, operating in the inside as I think any game this season against Detroit. He was really giving them fits. And that's a good offensive line. They were a little beaten up, but I mean, seeing him completely blow past Taylor Decker, I mean, this shows you when you try to get him one-on-one, it doesn't matter who the offensive lineman is. They're in for a hard day's work. So the challenge here for Green Bay now is Devontae Wyatt's out for the season. Lucas Van Ness, I just got back from practice. He's still on the side here with this foot injury that's been nagging him here for the last 2 months. Those are two guys that allow Green Bay to do a little bit more defensively. I mean, Van Ness has been the guy that can be that 3-tech inside in a nickel package, and you don't have him right now. So how do you cover up those spots? Who fills those spots? Once they figure that out, if you get Carl Brooks back, the way that Kingsley Enagbare is playing, maybe they get Brenton Cox Jr. back here for the stretch run. There's more flexibility that I think you can have with Micah Parsons, because as much as we talk about him as a pass rusher, for what everybody tried to throw mud on his name coming out of Dallas about how he defends the run, I think he's been really solid in that way too. So wherever you place him, it's going to make your defense better, but it's what is the areas he's not going to be in that front. How do you make up for it? So I think that means that Rashawn Gary has a really big part to play here down the stretch. I think all those interior defensive linemen stepping up is going to be huge. But to have someone like Parsons, really going back to when you look at when Clay Matthews was in the middle of that defense and the end of 14 and 15, I don't think they've had anyone quite like this that can be that disruptive.
I love it. Okay. So you mentioned Lucas Van Ness. He's still in a boot. He's still on the sideline. So let's talk about injury report and some players. Saw Jaden Reed and Matthew Golden practicing today, but Bullard did not participate. So talk about those three players and what's going on there.
Well, Bullard's a big one. Now we'll see exactly where things are at with him. I think he was limited yesterday, wasn't out there today. We'll get the injury report a little later today. Nate Hobbs is back in the equation, so that actually gives you a little bit more depth there at the nickel corner spot if something really, truly is going on with Bullard. But the receiver thing is huge for Green Bay because you don't have Tucker Kraft, and I think you've seen a strategic, schematic shift a little bit with how Green Bay is tailoring their offense. You're seeing more 3 wide receiver concepts. You're seeing more of those guys rotating in. And if you can get Jaden Reed back, I mean, the thing that everybody I don't think has been talked about enough this season, Green Bay has played a bulk of the season without their leading receiver for the past 2 years. And that guy has been, in a lot of cases, that safety valve for Jordan Love when you need to move the sticks. Getting him back would be huge. And then hoping that, Golden can get past this wrist injury. It started with the shoulder. That's behind him. He's not on the injury report with that anymore. But now it's this wrist that's taken him out the last 2 weeks. So if those two guys are back in the cards and the way that Christian Watson's playing and Dontavian Wicks being as confident he is right now, I think that gives Green Bay's offense and its passing game something to hold its hat on the second half of the season, even when you don't have Tucker Kraft available.
I love that. Awesome. Yeah, Tommy, you got something before we wrap up?
Yeah, I have a question here. It's a little bit off of Bears-Packers for you, Wes. So a little easy question, super easy question. We have your guy, Mike Spofford, on. It's the first time we've had you on this show. You guys do a fantastic job with Packers Unscripted. It's always great. You should go check it out on the Packers YouTube page. However, I did have a question as to why on the pregame show you guys use the smallest table of all time to sit next to each other.
It's leaning away. I mean,
it is the biggest table ever for all of the Packers Unscripted, and then they put you guys on a sidebar table for this one. Is it a lack of cameras, a lack of the studio space?
The resources up
we
there
blew our budget, Tommy.
Just a little tight. Yeah, they spent it all on Micah.
Yeah.
So here, a couple quick stories here. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I love that you asked this because we got this beautiful studio, right? And I think Mason was in it a couple times during his time with the Packers. We spare no expense on cameras and backdropping. When we started Unscripted, we literally through COVID, so for the first 5 seasons that we did Unscripted, we had a table that we had taken from our Delaware North catering company. That's what we used as our set. So this one here that you see is literally like the standard bar table that if you went up to the 5th floor on game day is like just standing around that people go and will drink at or eat their chicken tenders at. We use the same table. So my answer to that is I do not have a good answer for you on that. Other than the fact that they just really must like getting Spoff and I together. And because of that, we're both getting over this now. We both ended up getting sick about last week when we were in Detroit together. I think we're spending way too much time together. So yeah, that's one of the quirks of this whole thing. So
okay, all right.
Yeah, it's like all the details, and then it was like no one finished the interior design on like where y'all are actually going to sit and film the thing.
It's like, does anybody got a table? Do we have a table here we can set up?
It's like between 2 ferns. Just
exactly. I like thinking that Mason Crosby is up in a suite at Lambeau, and he's like, "Hey, it's the same table Wes Hod."
Yeah,
Mike
exactly.
is right there.
Exactly. I'm eating my wings off this table.
Same table. Packers Unscripted, right there.
Love it.
I love it. All right, man. Well, yeah. So you feel good about this weekend? Flex to that 325.
You got a prediction for us?
Yeah. How you feeling? We're about to make our picks for the weekend.
Well, I have the Packer logo on here, Mitch, so I'm going to obviously, go with the team here, but I do. I like Green Bay's chances in this. I just think it is ultimately going to come down to protecting the ball and not, having the takeaways. That's where Chicago and Dennis Allen's defense has been really opportunistic this year. Yeah. They're even better now that Jalen Johnson is back. So it's going to be on Jordan Love to make sure he takes care of that thing. And also Green Bay's running game. As much as I talked about what Chicago offers, Green Bay has to establish that, especially in these conditions. They have to own those conditions. They're not necessarily going to have the advantage of being able to practice in this and have that over their opposition. Chicago's doing the same thing. So if they get all that done, I feel good about the matchup. I think the crowd, too, you have to set the tone because in 2 weeks, a place that I don't think the Bears have lost this year at Soldier Field, they're going to get everything that Chicago fans have to offer. So the Packers side of things have to make sure they make this a home field advantage as well.
Wes, real quick, prediction for the game tonight.
I'm going Lions. Yeah. Main reason for that, I think for the last 2 months, it's been win-loss for them. I just think the way that offense is structured, Dallas is some impressive stuff offensively, but defensively have struggled to stop people. Quinnen Williams changes it a little bit, but I just feel like the Lions bounce back in that one. If they lose 2 out of 3 at home, though, in a 3-game homestand,
they're
it's
done.
going to be rough.
Yeah, it is. Wes, thank you so much for jumping on with us today. We will definitely catch up with you soon.
Yeah,
appreciate it, guys.
I got to be here first, and I saw my brother in Colorado and over Thanksgiving, and so just wanted to say hi from Reese as well. I know y'all have a good relationship as well.
Oh, dude, Reese is the man. I miss him. I gotta catch up with him here soon. I got to tell you too, Mason. I got my social media manager here, Renee Gabriel. I think you got to know during your retirement. She wanted me to say hello, so I'm blowing up her whole conference room here and everything, so I got to make sure I drop in a line.
With a big table.
Yeah, how big's your table there?
Nothing great today, guys. Look at it. There we go.
Oh my God! Right, nice. You could have 4 preview shows on that table, Wes.
Seriously,
it would take a while to get the cameras up here, though. That's the problem.
I love that.
That's fair.
All right, Wes. I really appreciate you, man.
Thanks, Wes.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, follow him on all the socials at Wes Hod, WESHOD. Wes Hod. Wes is the best. Oh, that's fantastic.
That was great.
Dude, that was the cutest table ever.
Two guys in a little table.
And then they just all they have is like the sideline chrome pad on there. Like they can't fit anything else.
They got like a lower third, makes them look even
get a
more.
coffee mug on there.
No, the coffee's spilling in an instant.
Well, and like the rest of their shows on this massive table. Like, what are they doing?
Nobody knows. Let's make our picks. Coming up next, this is the Mason Crosby Show presented by Verizon. Remember, it's the 19th annual toy drive for Children's Wisconsin and Robin's Nest going on right now at Blaine's in Oak Creek. If you can't get there, text toys to 34984, 34984. Just give the gift of a toy and a smile this holiday season. This is the Mason Crosby Show.
Yeah, buddy.
It's time for the boys' weekly picks. Hear who they think will win the big games this weekend. Just don't trust them. It's weekly picks with Mason Crosby, Mitch Nellis, and Tommy Wirtz.
Touchdown. Touchdown.
Ooh.
Touchdown. What?
All right, these picks are scary this week, so let's dive into.
Oh, you
this
mean
thing.
I need to look at them? I went 1-5 last week, so I
these
thought
lines.
I was good.
These lines are a little tricky.
They are all over the place. Little update on our weekly picks segment here. The standings: Mitch Nellis 36, 35, and 2. Mason Crosby 34, 37, and 2. Tommy Wirtz 32, 38, and 3.
Before we get to the picks, Mace, did you know that Saturday at 1:00 at the Kohl Center in Madison, it is the battle for the milk jug?
Yes, milk jug.
Marquette at Wisconsin. I think Wisconsin's probably favored by 92.
Yeah, it's kind of spoiled.
Marquette's not great.
Marquette's not great, so it's not as exciting. I think I'm going to a Lammy hosted party.
Whoa. Oh, at his place?
At his place on Saturday.
That'll be great.
That for some reason or not,
can you chug a gallon of milk at the event?
I can chug a gallon of bourbon.
Okay,
it is an adult only party, which is kind of weird for a Saturday 1 p.m. party. I guess
kids at home.
Lammy's like, I don't want those kids running around. If his kids are there, though, I'm gonna lose my brain.
You're gonna lose your mind. You're gonna play pickleball.
If I can, yeah. Although I'd rather get rid of the pickleball and shoot hoops.
Yeah,
all right, I want to shoot hoops.
Sounds like you're gonna play pickleball hammered. Too,
do you know who Lammy bought that from? Right? Do you remember?
From Driver. Yeah.
Oh no.
Driver owns it now. Yeah.
But do you know who Driver bought it from? Jabari Parker.
That's right. Yeah, I remember him saying the name.
Jabari Parker bought this old warehouse in Milwaukee, former Buck, and refurbished it as a beautiful kitchen, beautiful open concept, and then built in this old school. There was a hoop there. It was an old building that had a hoop in it, and he redid the floor. It's very cool.
Oh, it's so cool.
Very cool.
Tommy, you can't come.
That's fine. I'm all right. Betting odds.
Wow, that was dismissive.
Sorry. Well, Lammy doesn't want to invite me. That's fine. That's
no.
Cool.
I wasn't invited by Lammy.
Hey,
I wasn't invited by Lammy. I was invited by a local real estate group.
Are y'all going to the Christmas party tonight?
Oh,
yes.
yeah. Save that for Mason's extra points.
I have right here our betting odds courtesy of the Potawatomi Sportsbook. We got 2 college championship games. It is championship weekend, as well as the NFC North games to pick. Georgia is at Bama. Well, I don't think they're really at Bama, but
they're more at Georgia, right?
Georgia
I assume it's
is
in Atlanta.
3-point favorites over the Alabama Crimson Tide. To kick us off here, who would like to go first?
I'm just confirming that's at the.
I'm taking Georgia.
You're taking
Georgia in the point. Yeah.
Georgia that is at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta.
Yep. Georgia
giving
up the points. Yep.
I'm taking Alabama.
Wow.
Interesting. Just because I have no idea why.
I don't
know. I don't like either team.
Yeah, I agree with that. I actually
Earthquake. Can I cheer for Earthquake?
Okay. Geez.
Okay. Hurricane.
Tommy's trying to keep this on track, and Mitch is just throwing random words in there.
I hate on track.
Rock
I
me
hate
like an
earthquake.
Radio. Yeah, that's the song, right? I got you. Mitch is the only one riding with Alabama this week, as I will be going with Georgia.
Yeah, go Dogs.
Well, go Dogs. We are going to go to the Big Ten championship game, and this is where the lines get really weird. Ohio State, only a 4-point favorite over number 2 Indiana. I will kick things off here. I'm going to take Ohio State, but I'm going to tell you right now, I would stay away from this all day in real life because there's no reason the spread should be this close, because Ohio State is by far the most talented team in the country. Indiana is second, but I still don't think it's that close of a game. I'm taking Ohio State.
Just so you guys know, anyone who's not an Ohio State fan is cheering for Indiana in this game. It's in Indianapolis, but every other Big Ten school, everyone is cheering for Indiana in this game. This could be a pretty lopsided crowd.
If cheers could only win football games.
Oh, but they cannot, Mason Crosby.
They cannot. That's why I'm taking Ohio State.
Let's go.
Their defense. Indiana has a great offense, all that, but this defense wins championships. They are unbelievable. So yeah, Ohio State's going to win this one.
Mitch Nellis.
I want to disagree with you guys again, but I can't. I just think I thought this game should have been easily a touchdown.
Yeah.
Spread, and when I saw 4 points, I thought, no, that doesn't make any sense. Ohio State. Ohio State. What is it? What do we? Are we 4 or 4.5?
4.
It's 4.
Okay,
is what
okay.
I got
All
here.
right, yep.
Which means we're all going to lose because, like,
Right.
like again,
That's exactly what that
I know.
it's a 3-point game all day now. All of a sudden, Cowboys are at the Lions tonight. Lions are 3-point favorites. You guys kind of spoiled it.
We didn't spoil anything. We enhanced the show.
Enhancing your pick, staying the same here with you guys. Do you want to remind the people?
Go ahead, Mitch. Yeah,
I really want this to be 3.5. I have 3.5. What are you looking at?
Well, I sent these this morning, so they've
I'm
moved
literally.
since
I've
this
been looking
morning.
at 3.5 all day.
Yeah, are we taking current?
Or
are we taking what's...
It's the Potawatomi Sportsbook. It's 3.5.
I just said I sent them this morning.
Yeah,
I sent them.
So we'll go on the 3.5.
I'm taking the Cowboys plus 3.5.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
On the record, I'm taking the 3.5. I think the Cowboys win outright. Take the Cowboys money line.
All right.
The Lions are done.
Yeah, I'm taking the Cowboys. I think their defense kind of has stepped up last week against the Chiefs a little bit more, and I think this Lions team's on the slide. I'm going Cowboys. I think they're going to end up winning the NFC East.
I think it's
you do not think that.
That and Philly's cooked.
Wow. I mean,
did you really say that out loud?
You're just really trying.
I'm throwing. This is just it's overreaction Thursday. We're just gonna go big.
That tie is gonna win them the NFC.
Yeah, it is. You know it's
East
gonna happen
by half a game.
Makes sense. Bad day to be a kneecap in Detroit. Give me the Lions. I'm gonna take them. I have to with you guys both rocking with Dallas. Like, let's make up a game here. Washington is at Minnesota, and am I reading this correct? Are the Minnesota Vikings favored in this football game?
They are, yeah. Well, they have JJ McCarthy back, so
they almost feel like that hurts them.
I did too. Yeah, I was reading the rundown, trying to decide on what I was going to do, and when I saw he was back, I was like, "Oh, that actually shifts my thought."
I mean, Brosmer was rough to watch last week, too, to be fair.
Was he the first ever Gopher to start an NFL game as a quarterback? Did I see that last week?
Was it? That's wild to think.
I think it might be.
Off the dome, I can't think of one, I guess. Who was the guy that was there forever, the bald guy that never really got a chance?
Right.
But I remember who it was. All right, I'll kick things off here, and I'll rock with the Commanders. I think the Vikings are cooked. You want to talk about a cooked team? And if you're Minnesota, you should be rooting for them to lose at this point.
Might as well, yeah.
Get that pick, baby.
Yeah, I'm going Commanders.
Yeah, I'm going Commando also.
If Jaden Daniels comes
Commanders.
back,
exactly. Commanders. Yeah,
because Jaden Daniels might be
I'm
back
wearing
as
underwear,
well, right? Like they're still trying to decide if he's going to play.
Yeah, I still think even with Mariota, he's one of the best backups in the league, right?
Yeah,
I mean, give him some credit.
McLaurin's back now. Yeah.
That means we have to go to our solo game. You get to pick whatever game you would like with the betting odds, courtesy of the Potawatomi Sportsbook. And anyone have a preference?
Can y'all tell me which game to pick? Because I have been awful at my solo games.
I know.
By the way, did you guys see Yale last week? Down 35-7 at the half against Youngstown State, came back and won.
I didn't watch that one. No.
That was a game.
Crosby
that was a game.
That game happened.
He could have went to Harvard, not to Yale.
Yeah,
he would never.
I've been to Yale. I haven't.
You know what I'm already excited about for next week? Army Navy, because I know we always pick Army Navy, and I know Mason's already excited for that one.
We got to pick Army Navy.
Yeah, we always pick.
Mason, I can give you a couple of games here that are kind
of. No,
fun.
I already have my game.
I got a game too, and I hate it.
All right.
Okay.
Well, Crosby, go ahead with your first game.
All right. Well, I love this one too because it's kind of that playoff, play-in game that is just going to get everybody riled up that one of these teams is going to play in the college football playoffs. It's the North Texas Tulane game.
Let's go.
And I got to go with my North Texas guys. Yep. So played with Johnny Quinn, was a North Texas guy. So I'm going to pick North Texas. I mean, they're favored by 2.5. That offense, I was looking at their stats. They're the number one offense in the FBS. They are ridiculous. And Tulane's given up like 4 300-yard passers on the season. So I think North Texas is going to stomp them.
North Texas, the only university to be nicknamed after an alumni, Mean Joe Green. If you didn't know that.
Is that right?
The Green, yeah.
The Mean Green.
The Mean Green.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Mitch Nellis.
I would love if North Texas was in the college football playoffs. That would just be amazing.
So part of me wants to just take the Badgers basketball team on Saturday and just say, we don't have a line on that game yet, but whatever it is, take the Badgers. I'm not going to do that because I don't know what the number is. I will take the Virginia Cavaliers. I think Duke
that's
stinks.
a good. I was looking at that one.
They beat Duke earlier. They beat Duke 2 weeks ago, 34-17 at Duke.
Okay.
And I just think like Virginia is good. They're not great. And Duke is mid, no cap.
The fact that they're in this championship is ridiculous.
Right. Exactly. Thank you.
Not to like, sorry, Lucas, my guy Lucas Patrick went to Duke, so
which is fine. So
we just planned another golf trip, for the offseason.
Lucas Patrick is a nerd. That's all.
He is a nerd, big nerd.
If you guys would, I'm going to take an over under if that's cool. Does that work in this
Whatever
situation?
you want to do, man.
I'm gonna rock with the Thunder. We're undefeated on solo Thunders, so let's do it.
Thunder tonight.
What are we
Thunder
doing?
tonight?
We're gonna, Thunder.
Yeah, an NBA game.
54.5. All right.
Oh, you're taking the Thunder?
I'm taking
the Thunder.
tonight.
Seriously?
Yeah.
The Cowboys Detroit Thunder.
Mm-hmm. I know.
I mean, this game could go to the 60s easy.
It is not because I think it's a smart bet. It is because I believe in the Thunder, and we have any solo game since we've claimed it to be the Thunder on Thursday night. It's hit, so I'm going to keep going with it.
Packers hadn't scored over 30 points until they played the Lions in like a while.
Mm-hmm.
So Cowboys are going to they might put 40 up on them.
Maybe.
But it still could go 40-13 is still Thunder.
I got two.
There it is.
I got two bets in on this game. I'm rocking with the Lions and I'm rocking with the Thunder for tonight.
Okay.
Which means we got to go to our Green Bay Packers 6.5-point favorites. I will kick things off just so we can lead with you guys at the end.
Yeah.
I will take Green Bay to win this game by 6.5. My final score of the game is going to be 27-17 in favor of the Packers.
So you're taking the Packers.
I am.
Okay.
Okay.
And 27-17 is right on the over-under, which is 44.5.
Nice.
So you're under by half a point, but
you
you're
like the
basically taking
unders this week.
Big under guy.
And you picked 27, by the way, in case you were wondering.
That was intentional.
Always.
Man, I'm really torn on this one.
You want me to go?
If you feel strongly about
All
it.
right. I'm rolling with Tommy. I'm taking the Packers. I think at home, I was surprised at the line, but I think after these last three games, this is that time for the Packers. So I'm taking them with giving up those 6.5 to beat this Bears team. I'm gonna go. Gosh, I'm gonna go 28. I'm changing that number. 28-14.
Okay. All right. I hate. I hate.
You're gonna pick the.
No,
Bears.
I'm not. I'm picking the Packers. Tommy picked 27-17. I'm picking 26-16.
Okay.
Okay. The Bears score to make it 26-16, go for two and don't get it. And the game ends 26-16. I'm going Packers 26-16.
So you're predicting how the end of the game will, how it will flow.
Yeah.
That's like Tommy's vibes and Coach McCarthy.
Yeah, I'm going vibe. I'm going big vibes on that one.
All right.
So we all took the Packers minus 6.5 points to cover. Nice. Good job, you guys.
Very nice.
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like we had to.
Go Dogs for me, Mason, Mitch Nellis rocking with the Tide. We're all on Ohio State. Dallas for Mason and Mitch, while I have Detroit. Everyone not believing in Nine's return. North Texas, Virginia, the Thursday under our solo picks. And Go Pack Go on this Sunday.
This is the Mason Crosby Show presented by Verizon. We'll wrap things up with Mason's Extra Points coming up next. Holiday party tonight?
Holiday party.
What's on Mason Crosby's mind today?
Now I'm thinking.
It's time for Extra Points, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook on the Mason Crosby Show with Mitch Nellis.
Tell me what's on your mind.
On the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
All right, fellas, it's Thursday. NFL football is back tonight. Great show today, especially you, Tommy.
Great show.
It was a great show. It was
you produced all things.
Yeah, I tried.
Yeah, the Molly of the Mason Crosby Show.
That's right. Mason, real quick, Ziggy texted into the Nicolay Law Talking text line 414-677-1250. Says, Mason, you saying you never warmed out without a shirt on, kicking field goals in sub-zero to assert your dominance?
No, if I was not sweating in the locker room with the amount of stuff I had on, I didn't think I had enough on. Like I needed to go out and shed gear if anything. So
nice.
I was always over prepared. I wasn't about that. I'm more of a creature of function than flash. So
it's going to be cold Sunday afternoon and into the early evening.
It's like it's cold. So why don't you stay warm and try to go out and play your best?
Amen, brother.
It's weird.
Amen,
that's
brother.
so Texas.
That's so Texas. Practicality. Just be practical.
Crazy Texans.
Practical. Let's see. So yes, y'all have a holiday Odyssey. There's a holiday party tonight, which I unfortunately can't make. But you two, y'all are going. You taking?
Yeah.
Tommy, you taking anyone?
Is he? Is he?
Oh,
yes, he is.
Who's he taking?
I have a friend coming with me.
Just a friend.
Yeah,
just a friend.
Nice. So you say she's just a friend. So you, Mrs. Thunder's going to make an appearance as well.
Good. Yeah. No kids allowed.
No kids. We are there. We're dipping early though. We're it's like 6 to 9 or something, or what is it?
6 to
6
7
to whatever. We're like 6 to 7:15.
Oh, nice.
She's got a meeting. I have like 9 things on the calendar tonight. I don't know why everybody decided like tonight's the night to do something. There's actually an NIL talk that I'm missing tonight that I'm kind of bummed about. So I'm trying to connect one-on-one with this guy who's talking that I can get him on the show.
Can I also say?
Yeah,
I'm excited to see Mrs. Thunder tonight. I have not seen Mrs. Thunder in a long time.
Been a minute.
Nice.
And she's always just a great big bundle of Mitch Nellis joy. Same exact type of person.
I love it.
I feel like I get to see Mrs. Thunder every day because I get to see Mitch Nellis, but
it's not really true.
It's not really the same. Yeah. So
bundled up in marriage.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah, just have a cocktail for me.
Yeah, we will.
I like scotch, so if you want to throw scotch back in my honor, that'd be nice.
We'll put it on your tab. Got it,
Mace.
Yeah, exactly. I'll take care of you.
You're in charge of the kiddos, right? Because Molly's taking care of her mom. So
Molly's at her parents' house, just making sure everything's taken care of over there.
Do you have the schedule of like who needs rides where and all that sort of stuff?
I'm locked in. Last night was cray. Like I was wild. So I was just driving all over. We had to figure all that out. But it's good. I'll pick the kids up from school here. Well, I think tonight's fairly low key. I think we're gonna start decorating, which will be good. Nice. I have to go get a tree still. I haven't done that since we were traveling.
You got a good spot?
There's a spot for like the Brentwood sports teams. They have like a lot, so I usually buy one from over there just to support them. Yeah, so that's nice. And then I sometimes we have two, so I put up one. I go to Home Depot and get one.
Got it.
They actually have pretty good trees at Home Depot.
That doesn't surprise me. They've they've great all flowers and all that sort of stuff.
A lot cheaper.
Well, our thanks to Wes Hod for jumping on the show. This has been the Mason Crosby Show. We'll be back tomorrow for more Packers Bears. And we'll keep our ear out for any Giannis. Blah, 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 blah. This has been the Mason Crosby Show, presented by Verizon, the official 5G network of the Green Bay Packers. Go visit Sparky at Blaine's in Oak Creek. Bring some toys.
Donate everything.
And everything.
Give it all.